Hey guys, welcome to the Thomann YouTube channel. Look who I found, Misha Mansoor.
What's up, man? How you guys doing?
Super cool. You having a good time?
I'm having a great time. I'm around guitars. There is nothing better for me than to be around guitars. And look, we've got these. This is better than just guitars. These are my guitars. These are the new ones. This is a refresh. These are the new USA models.
Okay, so what's new on the guitars? I mean, I kind of see it immediately, but please tell us.
So what do you see? What's the first thing that you see?
That's a roasted maple neck.
Oh, there we go. That's awesome. That is actually the most obvious thing that we've done. So, you know, I just think that they look amazing, but they actually remove all the moisture. So this is already quarter-sawn hard rock maple, which is very stable. Yeah. For those who don't know, this is the exact same guitar that I tour with, and I always told them that whatever I tour with has to be what they sell. Okay. So they literally give me my guitars from the stores, right? From the ones that maybe going to you, I'll be like, I'm stealing one for myself. So for that reason, the ones that come to you have to have the same neck. Well, now we've cooked it. There's less moisture, it's more stable, and on tour, it's just indestructible. It's amazing. On the front side, we now have cooked flame maple, and as you can see, like, the flame maple is just something that looks wonderful, but it's very smooth. We used to have ebony, and I for vibrato bends and all that, I like a nice smooth fretboard.
Some of really cool stuff with baked maple, that it turns to be so smooth.
Super smooth. There's something about the way it feels, right? So you agree, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I'd say that if there's any sort of common theme with these new guitars is that everything is smooth. So now everything is a satin finish. Even the trans finishes like this, they're all
because it was like split. There's like a couple of them were like gloss.
All the solid finishes were satin, but then the trans finishes were gloss over quilt maple. But quilt maple is a little bit tough to source now, and we're having a lot easier time getting flame maple. So I asked them, like, let's see what it looks like with flame maple. And after seeing this, I was like, okay, we have to do this. Because I mean, look at this. It looks so good with that and the satin finish. What we didn't do is change everything, because a lot of what was good about the original guitar was great. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the carve is the same. We still have the lumen lace side dots. However, we don't have binding anymore. So when I did the Pro Series, the import model, that didn't have binding, and I loved the way the neck felt on that. I was like,
rounder.
Yeah, it's rounder, smoother again on your hands. So I was like, all right, let's lose the binding, you know? And I have to say, this neck just feels so fantastic as a result. But we still have the jumbo stainless steel frets, still the 20-inch radius.
20?
Always been 20 on the USA. It's nice and flat. It's just very addictive. Once you try it, you're like, oh wow, all my guitars should be 20, right? And with the stainless steel frets, it never wears. It's always smooth. At the very worst, you just wipe it off and you're good to go. Still have the truss rod adjustment there, the only place it should ever be. Now, a couple changes. So on the trans finish, we used to have an older body. Now it is mahogany. So the reason I wanted to do this is to differentiate the solid and the trans finishes.
So those are other?
So this is actually basswood, cooked basswood. Basswood has always been my favorite, and the only reason we couldn't do basswood with before is because this top is so thick, 5/8 of an inch, that it used to warp the bodies. So we need a tougher wood. We used to have alder, but now I'm moving it to mahogany. And like, this one is staying the same because I always loved the basswood. So we moved in more of a darker, fuller, warmer direction with this. So these sound a little bit different now, and to add to that, they have different pickups. So this still has a bare knuckle juggernaut set, but now this has a carbon fiber cover Ragnarok set. The bare knuckle. Wow. So this is kind of the aggressive setup, and this is the rich and full setup. So now you have sort of two little different lines there, and it's good. Like, I'll be switching on them depending on the song or the riff or whatever, you know, when I'm recording.
Which is your favorite right now?
It's really tough to say. It depends on what I'm after. Like, if I want something that's in your face and aggressive and like kind of metal, like this one, because the pickups are just so aggressive over the top and it's so spanky with the basswood. But like for rich, purry chords or like, you know, the mid-gain stuff, like this is just unbelievable.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, maybe if we were to oversimplify, this one's a bit more modern, this one's a bit more vintage, right? But yeah, other than that, you know, we've kept the wiring the same. We still have the same hardware, the hip shot locking tuners and bridge. Still got the lumen lace side dots, the Graph Tech nut. So it is overall a very modern instrument either way. And I think it's a very unique spec any way that you cut it.
Just a personal note, I'm totally digging the color.
The Daphne blue, yeah. So blue is my favorite color in the whole world, which is why we have 2 blue guitars. We were doing this matte blue frost for the original, and then this time around, like, I've been kind of on this like Fender Custom Shop kick, the Strat kick, and Daphne Blue is just one of my favorite colors. So I was like, let's do a matte Daphne Blue, or Satin, right? So it's kind of getting that Fender color on there, and I just think it looks so cool with the cooked wood, the cooked maple. It's just a very different color palette. So I think these guitars look very different from last year, and also they're very easy to differentiate from the Pro Series, right?
Thanks a lot, Misha. Have an awesome show and have fun tonight.
All right.
Thank you very much. So, you know, subscribe and comment. See you later. Bye.